What's up, guys? Royalewithcheese here, and welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. This is actually going to be another special episode, kind of a beginner's guide. We're going back to our top 5 list, and that's right, today we're going to be doing top 5 flyers, including the guy that's behind me. So yeah, if you guys like this video or you learn anything at all, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And for more daily video game awesomeness, don't forget to subscribe. So now, this isn't a definitive list. This is just the top 5 flyers that I find most useful that you can find on the vanilla maps. These are vanilla creatures. I'm not including any of the modded creatures or anything like that. But these are all creatures that you can find on any of the regular arcs like Ragnarok or the Island or Scorched Earth. Or you can find them on the regular arcs in the DLCs. So yeah, we're just going to talk about the ones that I think are the most useful, the top 5, and let's get into the list. Okay, guys, here we are with number 1 on the list, the Pteranodon. Now, these guys are really great starter mounts. They're super easy to tame. They're everywhere. You can find them absolutely everywhere on all the maps. They're not on Scorched Earth, actually, but on all the regular maps. They're all over the island. They're all over Ragnarok. You can find them absolutely everywhere. They're easy to tame. All you have to do is bola them, and you can usually knock them out with a couple of headshots from a crossbow. Super, super easy. They don't have amazing stats. They start with pretty low weight, pretty low stam, so they're not going to be amazing fighters or amazing long-term mounts, but they're absolutely great to get you where you need to go in the beginning. So once you get one of these, you'll be able to traverse the map easily, be able to find the bigger and better dinos you want to get into, like the later, the ones coming later on the list. They do have this spin attack, which is a great speed booster if you're trying to like run away from something that's after you, or trying to get somewhere a little quickly. But as you can see, I've already used half of my stam up. They do have an attack. They're not very powerful fighters, though. I would basically just recommend not trying to fight anything with them, really, at all. Only in the most dire of circumstances. They're not good fighters, but they'll get you where you want to go. They're basically like your first car, your first, crappy POS you get when you're a teenager that gets you to and from school. You still love it. Yeah, it's the greatest thing you've ever had, but you can't wait to get a bigger and better one. So, number 1 on our list today, the absolute best starter flyer, the Pteranodon. All right, let's go see what number 2 is. And we're back! Okay, number 2 on our list today is the Quetzel. Now, this is actually a tech Quetzel, but it's exactly the same as a regular Quetzel. It's just the tech version. These are a little bit more rare, and they can spawn at higher levels than the regular Quetzel, but for all intents and purposes, it's the exact same dino. These ones just look a little cooler. Now, Quetzels are almost the exact opposite of the Pteranodon, and they have huge weight. They start with, this guy has 1168 weight to start. Big, powerful, slow. They can do some fighting. They're okay at fighting, but these guys are mostly your transportation dinos. These are your tractor trailers. These are the big rigs of the Ark. If you want to carry lots of metal, lots of base building supplies, or we got the lighting glitch of Ragnarok going on, or even big dinos. Look at, like, you can pick up mammoths. You can, these guys will literally carry it all, as you can see. So if you're looking to move things around the Ark, this is definitely the guy you want to go for. They also have these really cool platform saddles you can build on. You can build little bases or like mobile refining forge centers or whatever you want. You can do lots and lots of cool things with these guys. They're not an easy tame, as they never land. In the wild, they're always in the air. I'm not going to get into how you can tame them these days. You can, there's lots of ways you can use grappling hooks and an RG, which is pretty difficult, or a pretty easier way is you can use a snow owl, but there's lots of other videos on how to do that. I'm not going to cover that here today, but number 2 on our list today, the big rigs of the skies, the tractor trailers, the haulers of all things, the Quetzel. All right, let's see what's number 3. Okay, everyone, we're back with number 3 on our list today. It's the RG. Now, the RG, arguably the best all-around flyer. Are you kidding me right now, bro? I'm trying to make a video here, man. Can you? Oh my god. Anyway, Arguably the best all-around flyer. They're even pretty good at fighting, as you can see. I'm fighting off the Dillo army right now. They start with pretty good stats. You can pump them up to, once they're leveled up, pretty good health, pretty good weight, pretty good stam. As you can see, this effect that's happening right now, those plus signs, whenever you eat a dead body, they heal, which is super useful. They have two different pickups. If you use the C button, you can, let me see if I can, you can actually pick really small dinos like dodos up in your teeth or your lips or your beak, which is really useful sometimes if you're going on a small dino taming spree. They can pick up reasonably sized dinos at the same time in their claws, which is really great. So if you're the type of person that wants to use taming pens, you can, pick up a parasaur or a Dodic and Anki, lots of reasonable medium-sized dinos to tame and bring them back to the taming pens, which is always super duper useful and great. So I would definitely say RG's probably the must-have of this list. Everybody wants to have an RG, and as I said, they're pretty good fighters. Once you get to the point where you can float up a little bit and just attack, well, that was a really low-level guy. He manages to handle him easily, and then he heals himself with the special healing power. So these guys are really, really great. They also reduce the weight, I believe, of almost everything, I think. They definitely reduce the weight of metal, and let's see. We might mine up a little bit of rock here. Give me some rock. So we got 97 weight in my inventory is 48 pounds. If I put it in his inventory, 24 pounds. So as you can see, they half the weight of things you're trying to carry as well. So they're amazing for helping you gather things. Just RGs are the best. RGs all around, the best and most useful flyer, in my opinion. You got to have one or several in your army of dinos. Gotta love the RG. Number 3 on the list, the RG. Now let's see what's next. Okay, guys, we're back with number 4, and probably my favorite dino on this list, the Snow Owl. Now, these guys are really great. Not only do they look absolutely amazing, like, look at how cute this guy is. Super cool colors. They mutate really, really amazing. If you do breed them out for mutations, the colors show up really, really great. But they have all sorts of amazing special abilities. Okay, now, ever since the flyer nerf, flyers in general, unless you have some sort of mod, are really slow. These guys actually have the swoop, so you can swoop and make traveling around a lot faster, which is really, really great, and it really is a huge time saver if you're trying to get somewhere fast or get some things done. They also have this super cool heat vision, like thermal vision. So as you can see dinos like under the water or in the snow. These guys are super great for trying to find, especially small dinos like otters. If you're trying to tame an otter or find anything small, any type of small creature like that, like see this dodo right here in the brush or in the redwoods or in the water where you would normally have struggled to see them. Like there's all these dillos right here. The heat vision is a really, really cool feature. Their other super amazing special feature is if you hold down right trigger, you can freeze yourself and it'll heal not only your owl, but also your player. So if you're in the cold and you're you're losing health because you're too cold, or you're in the hot and you're losing heat because, you're losing health because it's too hot. Words are hard. Jeez, words are hard. You can heal yourself up. It's really amazing if you get into a tight jam and in the last second you can hop on your owl and heal yourself up and save your life. And you can also do it to wild dinos as well. So say this turtle needed to be healed up. I wanted to tame this guy, but he was really hurt. I can do it next to the turtle and I can heal him up as well. And it doesn't use food like the Daedons do. It actually uses your stamina. So you can just wait for your stamina to build up. And we got a point in stam. You can just wait for your stamina to build up and you can just heal him again. You'll be like, hey man, come here. Let me heal you again. Boom. And you can just heal him up. And while you're doing this, it freezes the dino. So it makes it a really, really good tool for taming some of the harder to tame dinos, like the Megamurmurs, the Megamurmur, those weird wolf dragon things on Extinction. You can actually trap them quite easily using an owl. Or also, as we talked about earlier, tame a Quetzel. You can freeze things out of the sky. Like, let me see if I can freeze this Pteranodon for us. So, pretending this was a Quetzel, I could be like, hey, what's up, Quetzel? Walk up and... oh, I missed him. I missed him! No! Come here. I said, hey, what's up, Quetzel? And I could just freeze him right out of the sky and quickly put a trap around him before he wakes up. So these guys are super great. Probably the most useful to tame creatures of all the flyers, and really, really great special abilities with the heat vision and the freezing tactics and the swoop. They can't pick up anything at all, but I feel like that's okay. They're still amazing and useful dinos. Number 4 on the list, the snow owl. Go get one. All right, let's see what's number 5. Okay, guys, we're back with number 5 and my final dino on this list, the wyverns. Now, these guys, of course, look amazing. They're the dragons of Ark. They're super great. There's 4 different kinds of dragons. There's wyverns. There's the fire wyvern. There's the lightning wyvern. There's the poison wyvern. And then there's the ice wyvern, which is only found on the Ragnarok map, which is pretty cool. So this is a map exclusive wyvern that you can only get if you play Ragnarok, which I really, really like. And they all have basically the same kind of a thing. They can pick up pretty large dinos, almost as much stuff as a Quetzel, not quite, more than an RG though, which is pretty good, but they're pretty much used for fighting, and they're just pure DPS. They all have different breath attacks. The fire dragon obviously breathes fire, which has like a dot over time effect. You can light things on fire, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can get that guy. See if we burn that horsey up. I'm sorry, horsies, I'm sorry. Really, really cool and powerful dino for fighting. Another good tip about fire wyverns is they're great for fighting alpha wyverns, because alpha wyverns are always fire type. And fire wyverns can't damage each other with their fire breath. So good tip if you want to fight a fire wyvern, an alpha wyvern, is to use your own fire wyvern, and it won't be able to light you on fire. Number 2, let's take a look at the lightning wyvern here. These guys hit a lot over and over and over with their lightning attack, which is really, really powerful. So if you see, I hit this guy and it hits him over and over and over and over for lots and lots of damage. Super powerful. I would wager that these guys probably put out the most DPS of all the wyverns. Really, really powerful guys. They can pretty much just melt anything they run across. These guys are good for fighting like the Titan, or anything where you got to put out a huge amount of DPS. These guys are really, really great. The poison wyvern, now, to be honest, for me is probably my least favorite to use wyvern. But they're excellent in PvP. I have a bit of a small PvP-ness. I don't really PvP very much. I'm more of a PvE-er. But these guys shoot a 1 big blast of poison, which is really, really powerful if it hits, but I struggle to hit things with it. And if you push Y, though, you can get a little aimer deal, and there we go. It does hit you through your mount, though, which makes them so good for PvP. So if you're fighting someone else and they're on a dino, this will actually hit them instead of the dino, which is really, really great. Good for PvP. Again, I don't PvP that much, so these dinos aren't the best in my opinion, but still really, really cool wyverns. And finally is the ice wyvern, which with its ice breath actually has a bit of a special ability in that it can freeze things a lot like the owl does. Unless it just melts them to death like that. They have to be powerful enough to survive the ice breath, but it'll actually freeze things. These things aren't big enough to survive, but very, very cool. Super amazing looking. I love the colors on these guys, and again, exclusive just to the Ragnarok map. So super amazing. Number 5 on the list is the wyverns. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Top 5 list of my favorite and most useful flyers in Ark. If you guys like this video, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And for more daily video game awesomeness, don't forget to subscribe. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Out.
But what about the Pegasus?
Pegasus doesn't count. It's modded. Jenny, please.